Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. Today we are going to be cutting some holes in the van. The plan is to cut 3 holes in the van to put in some stuff. Let me show you what I'm talking about. We are finally getting around to doing some of the actual camper van conversion type stuff, and that means adding shore power to the sides of the van. So right here we have our 30 amp plug. Right here we have a 15 amp plug. And right here we have a porch light that's actually going to be 12 volt running off of the house battery whenever I get that installed. But we're going to go ahead and cut a hole, put that in today. So the plan is to put the 30 amp plug somewhere around here, mainly because the distribution panel where all the 120 volt stuff is going to branch out is going to be somewhere around here. So that makes sense to have the power right next to where the distribution box is going to be. The 15 amp is going to be put around here. So I want to install this 15 amp plug, which is, again, it's just a regular household 110, 120. I never know which one it is. Is it 110 or is it 120? Anyway, I see them interchangeable. We want to have this installed because basically think of this as a fancy extension cord. So I want to be able to have this in the van, and if we want to run an extension cord from the electrical box at an RV park into the van, I don't want to have to open a window and have it go through, have a door cracked open and have it go through. That way we can just plug it right into here. And this is going to be for anything that I might have forgotten. And what I mean by that is when I start wiring the van for all the 120 volt stuff, I might forget something. And so we want to have this accessible in order to plug anything else in that we might think of in the future. So basically, my thought is it's better to have more power access ports than too few. So that's why we're going to put this in there. So the tools required for this are pretty simple. The 30 amp needs a 2 7/8 hole saw. This is a 3-inch. I think that'll work just fine. The 15 amp requires a 2-inch hole saw, which I just got this morning. And then the porch light is just going to require basically one small hole to fit the wiring through, and then some holes to actually mount it. So which one should we do first? Let's shore power? That's what I was thinking too. All right, I'm going to start my pilot hole from the inside. First hole complete. All right, let's drill a big hole. Battery died. Change her out. So you will love this. You can see I'm not making much progress at all. Well, here's why. This is the second one of these that I had, hole saw. Look at the teeth. They're gone. Same thing happened with the first one. Yeah, gone. I just kind of had these laying around. I thought, oh, okay, they'll cut through metal. Nope. Look at that. Gone. So I got to make another run to the store, spend another probably 20 bucks on a 3-inch hole saw. Unbelievable. Man, don't chintz out. I'll be interested to see how this, obviously we have to switch gears right now, how this 2-inch Milwaukee does against the sheet metal. I hope it's better than what I just experienced with those other ones. All right, let's see how this 2-inch Milwaukee does. Well, lesson for today. Don't go cheap on your hole saws. Just want to clean up this edge a little bit. Okay, I'm really just going to use the unit itself as kind of a template of where to drill the holes here. That looks pretty straight. Looking good. Looking good. Let's check it from the inside. All right, and that's what she looks like from the inside there. I saw this cool trick from somebody else where put some tape and it'll catch a lot of the debris that comes when you're drilling from the outside. So that's pretty cool. All right, let's move on to the porch light. All right, for the porch light, I just drilled my little pilot hole. I went about, let's see, hard to tell. There's the back door. The second panel in, if I call that the first open, or maybe that's the first open panel. Anyway, this one, and then this one. And that's how far away. I wanted to make sure we are from the sliding door. I wanted to make sure I obviously didn't put it where the sliding door opened. I think a slider stops about right here or something like that. So anyway, let's go around to the other side. All right, got a pilot hole drilled. Let's drill it out to fill the wire through. To fit the wire through, I should say. Perfect. It's really nice with this light too. It's got a cover over the wire, so you don't have to worry about it getting cut on the hole. Now, take some very precise measurements. Yep, that looks good. Okay, got it. Have to drill these mounting holes out a little bit more for the bolts, I think. Yeah, it's a little bit too small. Time to make sure it's weatherproof. Silicone, whatever it's called. If a little bit is good, then too much is even better. Actually, you really can't overdo silicone, can you? Maybe you can, I don't know. Nice and messy. There we go. That through there. There we go. Oh, that's good. Okay, see if I can get the bolts through here. Okay, check the other side. There we go. Made it through. Now I have to figure out how to hold on to the hex head on the other side and put the nut on here. I'll have to work on that. I'll figure that out. All right, I had to get some help because somebody has to be in here and tighten up the nuts, and I was on the outside tightening up the bolts, but that's what it looks like on the inside. Here's obviously the power cord for it. And on the outside, get you up a little bit closer here. So here's the porch light. There we go. And there's the door. Got a nice little bead of silicone around it, so it should be good. So again, when we're camping, this will be a nice little light to have to illuminate the general area. All right, back from Home Depot with the new hole saw. I got the dozer, most durable. 30% savings versus hole saw only. I'm not sure what that means. Anyway, I know this is going to be a lot better than that piece of whatever I had before. I guess the one I had before probably wasn't even designed for metal. Again, it was what I had. This is how things go, right? We're learning as we go. So anyway, let me bust this thing out of its thermonuclear packaging, and we will finish up that hole that looks like a bullseye. I meant to say thermonuclear proof before. It took me 5 minutes to get it out of that packaging, but this thing looks like the real deal. See if it can make it through. Oh yeah, my drill is what's causing it to having problems now. Dead battery. Again. Look at that. The paint is barely scratched on it. Yeah, that was worth 22 bucks. Made it a lot easier. All right, for right now, we're just going to use some self-tapping screws to attach this. If I feel like it's a little on the weak side, maybe later on I'll replace it with a nut and a bolt, but this sheet metal is pretty thick, so I think these 4 self-tappers should be fine. There's a gasket in here. I want to make sure it's nice and compressed. Keep out all the rain. There we go. Looks pretty good. Let's check it out from the inside. I was hoping that thing would be more white. It looks kind of cream colored in relation to the... There we go. Looks pretty good. Went through the screws. I've got a pretty good purchase there, so I think we're looking good. All right, it took a while, but we got those 3 things installed, a couple of runs to Home Depot, and about 50 bucks worth of hole saws later, but we got it done. We got our 30 amp shore power in right there. We got our 15 amp in up there, and the porch light somewhere up around there. So the next step will be wiring. I've got wire coming on the way, and I'm not sure when I'm going to get around to that. I got to figure out what else I might want to put on the outside. I'm thinking about putting a regular, like household weatherproof external on that side to run the coffee maker in the morning. So we'll see. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Appreciate it. We'll see you next time.